Yes. hmm the pension is a regular payment of money to a person. Yes. 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 Who is physically handicapped or is retired from active service or who is in need. Since ancient times, rulers have granted pensions to persons who gave them special services. Now, pensions also are often given to court favorites and to artists. This practice was continued in France until the French Revolution in 1789, and in Great Britain into the 19th century. Yes. Now, pensions were first paid by the United States government to disabled veterans of the American Revolution. Oh. Since that time, the United States government has given pensions to disabled war veterans or to their dependents. In 1930, the three government bureaus that dealt with pensions and disabled soldiers were combined into one department known as the Veterans Administration. Oh. Now, these in 1920, Congress approved, yes, a civil service pension for retired federal employees. Each pension is based on the number of years the person worked for the government. Part of the money is taken from the employee's salary. The rest is paid by the government. I was thinking about the individual treasuries of the individual states. Yeah. Now, how much does the state contribute to the pensions of those that are sheriffs? Yes. Those that are in law enforcement? Yes. Those that are in school district? See, the thought was I would sue you for the taxation, but since the pension is paid by the government and the government's paid by the taxation, if I was to sue for the taxation, that would affect your pensions. But if I was to sue for the assets where you actually work, yes, then you'd have to pay me to lease your fucking assets. Why don't you get me the physical assets of every state of the United States? Now, I think it's better to sue for the assets than the taxation because the taxation comes from the people that are taxed. Yes. And as much as I wouldn't want you to not have your pension, I'm kind of thinking, yes, that you seem to think that it's okay to not write down your knowledge of any crime. Now, last night in the study room, I talked to you about you have that one law with that one duty. Yes. And this morning, I woke up thinking about this law that was repealed in 1993, known as the McCarran Act. Yes. And I thought probably the state of Washington did actually repeal this. And so I wanted to look at it. The Communist Party, public employees. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm probably wrong. Constitutional rights, censorship, or infringement. Poo, poo, poo. I just want to make sure. Yes, that I'm not actually telling you a law that is not enforceable. Now we have misprision of treason. Yes, the 9.82.030. Yeah, levying war. Maybe that was repealed. No, doesn't look like it. Now there's the levying war against the people of the state, adhering to its enemies, giving them aid and comfort. Yes, treason, defined penalty, levying war. Yeah. No regulation shall be promulgated hereunder having that effect. Yes. Now, I don't see in the 9A misstatements are punishable as perjury penalty. Every written statement from every sheriff's department made pursuant to this chapter by an applicant for appointment or employment. Declaration proceeding signature in the affidavit pursuant provisions, so on and so forth, prescribed. Constitutional rights. Nothing in this chapter shall be construed to authorize, require, or establish any military civilian censorship in any way or limit to infringe. I don't see that they repealed this in the state of Washington. Could you call the state legislature? Ouch! As I see it, they did not repeal 9.81.083. Revisers note this term, this act as used in RCW 9.81.082 appeared in 1959, but did not contain any language incorporated as part of the 1951 Order Chapter 9.81 of the RCW. Membership, subversive organization, public employment acquires to may be dispensed with. Now, I've actually read some of these applications for the State Patrol, Washington State Patrol. Pooch, I'm just going to want your pension. I want your fucking pensions today. Um, it looks to me that when reviewing, yes, your actual application to employment, yes, there is some questions about do you belong to some sort of subversive organization that refuses to write give me the state patrols in the state of California, Pooch, because I emailed you. Yeah. There were a number of state troopers in quite a few different